Hey guys, gals, and morons. Been reading some comments trying to get back caught up on some responses and shit. You got to remember now, I'm trying to juggle life. I have a son to deal with. I have, I don't even know how many cars I got no more. Yeah, I hear you, beep beep. Had so many cars to deal with I can't even function. Plus I deal with customer stuff and answering questions. So if I don't get back to you immediately, I am covered up. But, and I ain't that covered up compared to some people. I've been trying to get a compensator from my pistol. I've already got one, but I've been trying to get one for 2 years, so I don't want to hear something complaining about a day or two. My guy Alan, he owns Griffith Guns. He's been trying to get me something I wanted for 2 years, so he's behind too. He's on this channel as well. I'm not saying nothing behind his back. I told him on the text message, I said, dude, just print me one of them motherfuckers out and I'll get it finished up. I know how to get it done. So anyway, you can see that this car is getting worser. I mean, that's a hole if you can't see the hole. This is why we don't play with the doors shut and shit, or the windows rolled up, excuse me. But you can see it's pushed all the way through. That's metal, guys. That's steel, not fiberglass. You can see it's got sealants all in there. It's just broke. We're addressing that. Miller lost a set of keys last night, so that's another damn problem. And I want this door right here has just had it, guys. This has all been replaced 2 times and busted. And then over here, I've replaced this mirror 2 times already. It's already broke again. Up under there, you see it? It's broken. Now when people say, oh, it ain't doing this and it ain't doing that and all blah, 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 blah. Now that little dumbass guy from Australia, I guarantee if you go over and hit on his car, it ain't gonna be like this. Do you see any water moving over there? I'm beating the top of the car. Does that water move? You see, I'm hitting it. Water ain't moving. This is solid. This ain't no thing with a spoiler going. Now my point in this video is people keep going, asking me questions that if you watch my videos, I have repeatedly done these videos over and over and over. You have to pay attention. So, being in Corporate Audio Labs, setting up the amps, I set the amps up with an O-scope. And when I set them up with the O-scope, I show you the amp playing on a load. Is this true or false? Can somebody answer that for me that watches the channel on a regular basis? Not somebody jumping in and asking stupid questions. Because guys, I can literally point out where you're not paying attention over and over and over. I hook the O-scope up to the amp. I play the music, I give you the numbers. I do the test tone, I show you the numbers. They're going to be within a fraction of each other. Now, what I do to fine tune is I watch the peak on Peekaboo, the music Peekaboo, the song from YouTube Music. No, it's not on a damn a USB drive or anything like that. It is straight off my phone. My phone produces a higher level than most other phones. It's why I will not give out that phone. I will not tell anybody what that phone is. I will not tell them the model number. I won't tell them anything. My son doesn't even know. No, I do not tell anybody what that phone is. So You hook up any phone, and then I hook my phone up, my phone's going to be louder and clearer. Yes, phones make a difference. Yeah, and I've seen the slaps video with the dude with the 4 amps. Guys, those are Team Pies. Well, how do you know they're Team Pies? Because I have bought Team Pies. I've owned them. Do you remember me telling you the story about trying to order a Team Pie 20K? It was the first one out, and I was going to have the first one in the world being sold to the public. They went to SEMA. They did the video, or did the amp there, reveal of the amp, but that was 2.5 years ago. Now, I had the guy promise me, the engineer that built it, that it was ready to go. I purchased that amp. It was not ready to go. It was lie, not true. I said Team Pie was one of the worst places I've ever dealt with when it comes to getting an honest answer. You ain't gonna get no honest answer from Team Pie. No, I'll throw their ass under the bus in a minute, because I got proof of all of it. They ended up giving me my money back. Now, do they make a good amp? Yes. Now, I can't help it, the guy got stuck with somebody's amp that probably was bad to start with, and they knew it was bad. That's the problem. He got suckered. Now, poor Lee, I like Bass Fanatic Lee because he's laid back. He's a nice guy. He doesn't cuss like me, which cussing and being a nice guy doesn't make me a bad person. I'm just the guy that tells the shit like it is, because I don't monetize a channel. I'm not playing suck butt or any of this shit. But the guy he got that amp from, I've dealt with before. The guy doesn't even know about it. Well, he does know. He just don't remember, I guarantee you. That was the same person I said. I asked if he would dyno amplifiers, and he said, yeah, $100 a piece. Now, I had amps that didn't cost but $56. Now, these were well built amps that were $56 that I ran in this car and proved that they were badass and do way more than 3,000 watts, okay? And were built like tanks. I ran them in this car. All right, I ran them in this car as a test car, like a test vehicle. That amp that he got is a piece of shit. I have no other way to put it. And I'm going to say that is one of the cheapest. You can listen, guys, when you buy China, there is different levels of China. You remember I told you, I said you've got to go through the suppliers. These suppliers will say it'll do this, it'll do that, blah, blah, blah. And I noticed that on the dyno numbers, and I told you, I said, if you want to believe dyno numbers, that's fine. We'll go by dyno numbers. I have no problem with that, because it's going to prove a big point. And come Monday or Tuesday, I'm pulling these. Come Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to pull these out so you guys can get you a piece of that pie. Because I always hear, oh, you offer something, but you don't sell it, but you offer it, but you can't sell it. No, if you watch my videos, I say, I'm going to put the product through torture testing. I'm going to test the product. I'm not going to put it out there and say it's good when I've never tested it. These are proven. They're proven amplifiers. They have ran hard. They've been to the shows. They kick ass. They make a lot of power, but you have to have them bulletproof. And that don't mean squirt some RTV on the top. No, that's not going to do it. So these are all bulletproof, every one of them. Some people know what they are, but those amps that are sold are not bulletproof. No, these are. I think 2 or 3 of these have red boards, and some have green boards or blue boards. There's another guy had bought a Me Love You Long Time 4K. He's on my channel. He goes by Eric Smith, and he loves the motherfucker. Absolutely loves it. He has told you guys in the videos on comments, guys, this motherfucker ain't lying to you. This shit's badass. You need to listen to him. He's telling you what subs to run. He's telling you what amps to run. And if you listen to me, you're not going to be having to guess if you're getting fucked over or not. I will take losses on these I bought amps to prove a point and paid the same thing that you would. However, I'll sell them cheaper than you're going to get them. Yeah, does that make sense? I'm going to take a loss, even though I've put money and my time into these. Don't let me forget to tell you, them stickers cost $16 a piece. It's not etching. Etching is free from China. So when that guy had that Slaps audio thing on that Team Pi 7500, that's what that amp is. On that Team Pi 7500, and they rated it at 8K, it's a Team Pi. It's a Team Pi 7500. That's what it is. That's all it is. And you can get a bad amp, guys. That's not uncommon. I mean, I have gotten amps before, not these, but I've had, out of probably 60 Bruce Lees, I had one that would not run 16 volt. Was the amp bad? No. It was just, it wouldn't run 16 volt. The amp was fine as far as 14 volts, whatever. It's supposed to run 16. So what I do is I make sure I put them in the car and run the test on these at 16. This car usually runs about 16.2 on charging, and I'm doing about 15.9-ish to start with on voltage. I don't have a problem. I've showed you these amps will run 17.4 volts before they'll cut off. That's true. They'll run down to 8.9 before they'll cut off. So 8.9 to 17.4, they'll run fine. You have to have the power. There'll be another bank in here. As soon as it gets here, I'll put another bank in the car. These will run more power than I'm showing because I'm literally running out of juice here. And I'm talking about on music. Power can also make the difference between clean power and distortion. That's just how it is. Now, if you noticed the other day when I bumped the subwoofer level up to get me a higher number, because you guys are asking me questions I've already proved in the video. So I proved to you, if I bump the voltage up on the subwoofer outputs of the radio, I got 114, okay? But when I played peekaboo, it hit 124 and it was dirty. And I told Miller to cut it back from +5 to 3, and the amps made more power. And when I was talking about clipping, what I'm talking about is overdriving the amp. Overdriving the amp means you're putting too much input voltage through the RCAs and you're overdriving it before it gets to the output section. That's what you're doing. You're causing distortions. It's clean here. It's clean off the radio, perfect, but I'm overdriving the amp. Just because the amp says it'll work between 0 and 6 does not mean to run it to 6 volts. That means what it will operate at. That doesn't mean what it will operate at perfectly. I told you to find the middle of the road. Usually you want, if it's 0 to 6, you want to put it in the middle, about 3 volts hitting the amp. This is exactly 3 volts at the +3 marker, +2 on the radio to these amps, and that's when they make the most power. So you don't have to ask me twice if, are you testing it without a load on, or are you testing with a load? Yeah, I did it in the video. Not this one, but I've done it in prior videos many times, and I've done it at Carpet Audio Labs. When I'm doing the damn amplifier and I have the prongs stuck into the output leads, It's hooked to the speaker, guys. That's why I say I know you don't watch the videos, because you're telling on yourself. I had the Gonzo copper top, Cambodia copper top camel toe hooked up to every amp that I hooked up to it, and I'm directly checking the outputs while the music's playing, and I'm letting you see the numbers. And all you got to do is Ohm's law, guys, to get your fucking numbers. Every instrument based with getting numbers off of any kind of audio equipment is based off Ohm's law. There is no other law. That is the law. That's the law, guys. That's what it is, okay? So if you ask me, say, well, I can get so much power out. Yeah, these dynos are junk 99% of the time. They don't mean shit. No. And it's the same people trying to sell you the stuff that bought them expensive dynos. Yeah, I've already dealt with them. Like the guy said, where I said, hey man, when you want to test the amp for me, yeah, it'll be $100 a piece, and I can disclose the numbers or I can hide the numbers. Now, why would a guy want to hide numbers if he was an honest person? Just tell me that. Somebody tell me that right now. What would make that? In other words, if I sent in an amp, I said, check this amp. He should say, guys, don't buy this amp because it doesn't make the numbers it says it does. And you're going to say, well, he's going to lose money because you won't never send him another amp. That's fine. I'm not in this to make money. I'm in this to help the people that don't have the money. What should I sell these for? Retail. But I won't sell them for retail. No. The only thing I'll ask for these is I'll make a price, and your better bet is to either pick them up so you don't have to pay shipping, because if I have to sell them and send them out, guys, you got to pay shipping. They're heavy, but I'm going to cut you a better rate as far as you don't have to pay any taxes on them. I've already paid taxes on them. I bought them. I paid taxes when they got here. I paid import taxes. I paid sales tax. I've done all that. So anytime I sell this stuff, I take a loss. I take a loss because I'm here to prove things. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to prove stuff for you, to help you. Was I disappointed in Bass Fanatic Lee buying that amp? Absolutely. But hey, that's his choice. If he don't know any better, he don't know any better. But I warned him. I warned him best I could without saying anything in the video. I'm just like, no, dude, send it back immediately. I wouldn't have accepted the amp would have had dents and shit all in it to start with. No. I'd say, hey, just if I took the amp, I'd say, give me a discount. Take $10 off. Okay, no problem. Dent it all to hell. Or I would contact the shipper and have the shipper fix it. That's why I put everything through the post office. They're responsible for the shipping. After $100 insurance, I'm not paying for insurance unless you request it and you pay for it. I pay it. $100 is up to free from the post office. So I talked with Miller. These are going to be pulled probably Monday. If the weather's permitting, I'm going to pull them Monday. They will be sold Monday. I am not going to sit back and promise people things. Here's the reason why. I have so many people go, hey, can you hold me 2 or 3? And I've done this before, and I've held them and they don't come through with the money. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that no more. I don't have time, guys, to be playing games and going back and forth. If you want a good product that I've proven works good, there's no problem. If you hook it up correctly and you run the correct power to it, it's going to be fine. China. But like I said, some Chinese amps are worse than other Chinese amps. You got a good batch and you got a shitty batch. Do you remember I said you have to weed through the bullshit in China? Now what the guy that sold him that amp did was got suckered. He knew he got suckered, so now he's polishing that turd up, trying to get his money back. That's all there is to it. He bought an amp, run it through. It's probably cheap as dirt. When I say cheap as dirt, I bet he didn't even pay $50 for them. No. Now, after shipping, he's going to have a little bit of money in them, but the amp itself, no. There's no money in it. And the etching's free. Remember that. Anything you send them, you just send it through to like a PDF file or whatever. You send them your logo, they'll put it on there. I constantly change my stuff. That way people, if they want to copy it, they have to figure out what it is. I know what it is, but they have to figure that out on their own. I don't do standard layouts. No, I don't do that. On these amps right here, I'm going to sell these amps for $330. $330 they get picked up. $360 if I have to ship it. Anywhere in the lower 48. So $330 a piece. And I don't give a shit. You're not going to beat that price. No. And remember, they've been bulletproofed. I've added extra time and my effort into these amps. I've tested these amps. I've proved that what they do, they're badass. You need to have some good power running to them. Both of these leads are running on two 400 amp fuses. It's not popping the 400 amp fuses. No. So it's pulling some juice, yeah, but it's not pulling over 800 amps continuous. No, but it's pulling some juice, guys. You've watched these batteries. These are 56,000 worth of power, and we're going to up it to 75,000. But I'm going to go ahead and start putting some other things in here. I got plenty of amps to run, and hey, I might run the same thing again. These are impressive. Miller loves them. But I told him, I said, dude, we got to keep moving. We got to keep going. If we just keep lingering on the amps, we're not going to get to test what we've already got. Guys, I got amps that are 3 years old. I ain't even ran them yet. No. So $330, you pick them up. That's $330 each for an amp that does a shit ton of power. Now, here's the kicker. Do not, I repeat, do not wire below 1 ohm. You wire it below 1 ohm, I don't want to hear you crying. I don't want to hear no bullshit. They're 1 ohm stable, not half ohm, not quarter ohm, not 3.3. Don't be base head retarded and run them too low. That's what these people don't understand. They're wiring the shit in the dirt, and it's dirty. And they blow their subs, they blow their equipment. They're putting a tremendous strain on their damn alternators, their batteries. Guys, if you haven't figured out, most base heads are not very smart guys. No. And I'm not going for all of them. I got base head buddies, man. And a lot of them listen to me. Now, if you noticed in that video, when Lee opened up the amp, it had rubber grommets. I wonder why. If you noticed in that slaps video with the big Team Pie amps marked slaps, if you noticed in that video, he put rubber feet behind it. Where do you think they're getting that idea from? You're listening to him. I'm the person telling the guys what to do, what they need to do. They watch the videos and it gets relayed down the message, and people go, yeah, this guy's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's proving it. Yep. Anytime I've ever had an amp issue or anything, I've told you. I don't hide nothing. I think I had 2 hair pies one time pop because the actual sub expanded. And I told you about that. The coil expanded overnight and unraveled. The glue come unraveled. But everybody that's bought those amps love them. Hell, I loved them. They beat the Surge 3Ks. So if you want these amps, $330 a piece if you pick them up. I'm not going to split up white stickers and black and all that. You get what you get. If you get 2 white ones, you get 2 white ones. If you get a black and a white one, whatever. I'll try to work with you. If you say I want 2 white ones or I want one of each or whatever, I want all of them, then get them all. But that right there is like adding 1, 2, 3. That would be like running 3 roofless 10Ks in your car right there. All day. I'm just calling out roofless just as a name. People like those amps. Are they tough built amps? Yes. Are they the most powerful? No. But I'll go with something different. I've got lots of amps to put in the car, but I'm trying to tell you ahead of time, get your pocketbook ready. I don't want to hear it when you say, well, man, you promised me something on the phone. Guys, I probably get 50, 60 calls a day, somebody wanting these amps. Yeah, every day. So $330, you pick them up, $360 shipped. And you got, and listen, I'm not going through them eBays. Hell no. eBay, if it's all said and done, me and you both are going to get crammed in the butthole dry. And I'm not letting eBay make money off me or you. No. If you don't trust me, that's fine. Don't trust me, don't buy them. But everybody can tell you that has bought anything from me, I pack it up that night and I ship it the next morning. I wrap it up and send it out and everybody's happy. I do not have disgruntled customers going, this is a piece of shit and it don't work. That's not the way it works here at Carpet Audio Labs. This is Concrete Audio Labs. It don't get any better when other than showing you what it does in the car. This ain't a test bench, man. This is real world shit. So, you guys take care. Have a great day. I'm giving you a heads up. Today is Friday. You've got 1, 2, 3 days at least to get your funds together. If you don't have the money, don't bother me. Don't mess with me. Don't say, can you take $5 less? No. No. $330 is cheap as hell. I paid more for amps than that. And $360 is cheap as hell. You're not going to get an amp that makes that power for that money. No. And Lee, bless your heart, dude, you're getting suckered in the game. This is what happens. I like you. You're a good dude. You running American-based subs, great. I told everybody they're good subs. There's a guy in here yesterday. Jamie Shue, he went with what I told him to run. I've had other people say, what would you run in this, this, and this? And I'd suggest monolith subs. People are running monolith subs, and they love them. And they say, yeah, you're right, man. You're helping people. I said, yeah, I've been trying to help people. But for some reason, people think I'm some shady dude or something. What makes you think I'm shady? I'm telling you the deal and showing it to you. Yeah, so you guys take care. Have a great day. They'll come out Monday. Be prepared. First come, first serve. If you want them all, buy them all. My Cash App will be Cash Money Symbol, capital N, OLAN, capital DEAS. If you want them, send the money, put what it's for, and I'll ship them to your door. That's how it works. They'll be wrapped up tight as Fort Knox, and there's no scratches or nothing. These amps are in pristine condition. They're all on rubber feet. You see them, every one. And now, did you see that little dent part that Lee said? Yeah, I seen that little dent part. Well, that's what causes it. It's a mounting issue where they pull in and mount. But if you look behind here, even behind the amps are rubber feet. That way these amps don't touch each other. They're not vibrating. No. There are rubber feet between the actual amps. and the box right there. See, that's between, there's one there too. They don't vibrate. Look, there's nothing moving. I could pull the car, dude. You see the car moving? That's with the amp. You're not going to pull the shit loose, no. So, but they're going to be in excellent condition. All of them. What have they been in the car? I don't know. Not that long. We went to a show with them. Play them daily. They're perfect. You've watched them play. Everything's good. Nothing to hide. You guys take care. Have a great day. And good luck. See you.